Hello, this is Sanad here, and welcome back to Model Kit Monday. Today, we're doing a different type of video. It's not a review, but more of a discussion about the evolution of model kits, specifically with 1 to 144 scale. This is kind of a video that's a two-part kind of story. One part is kind of disappointment on my part for a kit, and part two is, again, evolution of the model kit, with part three, when painting is necessary. And that all gets embodied in this kit before you. This is the Turn A Gundam, no grade, 1 to 144 scale Turn X, which is currently the only 1 to 144 scale Turn X, period, which I think is ridiculous. We got the high grade of the Turn A Gundam, which was a while ago, but we've never gotten any other Turn A Gundam high grades yet since. I'm kind of hoping maybe for Turn A's 20th we could get a new Turn X at least. I think that other kits like the Gold and Silver Sumos, I think those don't need to be redone per se, because they're absolutely beautiful. Now mine is painted, mind you, but that was all done with a black panel lining pin. But there were a couple stickers, for example, this part here on the brown and the little eyepiece, which are those cool. Now, if they did want to do the Gold and Silver Sumos, I think that'd be awesome as well. But they did re-release this in the Silver Sumo no grades as high grades in a premium Bandai set where they were chrome plated. So, you know, they're really fantastic. So the thing was, having the Gold Sumo, I didn't have the flats. I don't really want to buy the flat per se. And then looking at like videos on some of the other like no grade kits, I couldn't find a whole lot about the Turn X. But I figured the Turn X would probably be along the same lines as the Sumo. Well, there's a few things here that detract a lot from the Turn X. And that is, first of all, outside the box, let's just look at the kit. I've done no customizing to this guy yet, and wow. Sad to say, I'm a bit underwhelmed. And the thing is I knew going in that he wasn't going to have a lot of detail, like all the black lines that are part of a lot of the Turn A designs wasn't going to be there because you can't just, you know, they have to be painted parts. But look at this guy. He has absolutely no details. He is entirely plastic color, and he has no stickers whatsoever. And I've looked this up to compare with some other people's like photo reviews. No one has any stickers. This kit doesn't have stickers. And that's a real problem because I think that without the stickers, it looks kind of like a prototype. Now you're probably like, oh, it's a no grade. Of course it doesn't have a whole lot of detail. Well, here's a no grade from, you know, 95 when G Gundam aired. This is the Gundam Maxtor, also the only 1 to 144 scale Maxtor we have, but that's a whole topic for another day. All right, this guy doesn't have a whole lot of stickers, but he's got, you know, at least eye stickers, a face detail, a little part there. These here, if you bought the G Gundam expansion part set like I did, you have a bunch more stickers you could add to them. Meanwhile, Turn X has nothing. And, you know, putting it in the same category as Turn A kits, the Sumos have at least 2 stickers. So it kind of just breaks up the detail a little bit, makes it work. So the fact this guy doesn't have an eye sticker is really confusing. And you're probably like, okay, well, he's a larger no grade. Well, here's the Devil Gundam. Devil Gundam is much bigger and still at least has eye stickers. It doesn't have a lot of detail. It's mostly just plastic, but it does at least have eye stickers, and these just kind of break up the plastic color. So, what am my point? Am I harping on the Turn X? Yeah, a little bit. Because even as no grades go, I think that it could have done better. And I think like just a simple sticker for the eyes, maybe one for the chest, that would have done it. Alright, let's look at some other details here. Now, nowadays we're used to high grades coming with a bunch of weapons, you get a lot of accessories. What does this guy have? Well, he's got one kind of beam rifle here, which slots into the backpack, and he's got another one here, which also slots in. And that's pretty much it. This whole piece back here, that's all solid plastic. That's standard no-grade stuff. That's about it. You don't get the extra claw hand for the shining finger. You just get this one arm, which I think is a shame. And your articulation-wise, it's pretty decent. You got good movement here, good movement here. A lot of the Turn A designs are kind of weird. So this kind of, I think that the articulation system is fine. It works out. This part moving back and forth just balances them nicely, and this part being ball jointed works good too. So you can actually get them in a fair variety of good poses. Now here's the thing. One of the 2 features of the Turn X that I remember the most is the claw hand for the shining finger, and the ability to separate into multiple weapons. neither of which this can do. I wasn't expecting like the separation part, and I knew he didn't have the Shining Finger Hand, but I think that the Shining Finger Hand would have helped, you know, boost this kit. So overall, the Turn A, the Turn X is really kind of a disappointing kit, especially even when you compared it to like the Sumo. The Sumo comes with the shield, one of the guns. It doesn't have two guns because it's based on the earlier part of the series. It also comes with the weird like Bancho fan tomahawk thing. So you got pretty much all of its main weaponry, except for like the big skirt piece and the second gun that he got later. But overall, it's just kind of like, this is kind of an underwhelming kit. And the thing is that what I really want to demonstrate is how we've gone from this to this as our standard for model kits. When it comes to standard Gunpla, we don't get no grades much anymore. It's pretty much all high grades. I think the last time we had anything similar to a no grade was the advanced grade, I think for age. But I was kind of harping on this guy last week for Model Kit Monday, and I really kind of feel bad about it because I really feel like he actually is a much more solid kit than the Turn X. Now, this is kind of, I put these in the same realm, except, you know, 20 years apart. This guy came out in 99, this guy came out in 2018. Now, with this guy here, nowadays, I think I spent like 560 yen, which 560 yen for this, not bad. Spent 800 yen for this guy. For a whole $3, we got, you know, much more intricate build, a lot more stickers. I don't feel like this guy needs paint. I'm probably going to give him a panel line wash, but that's about it. While this guy absolutely has to be painted. So I think that it's less so harping on Turn X. He's an older kit. But I think that even for the standards of older kits, it's kind of a underwhelming kit. And then the standards of modern kits, I think this is kind of an underwhelming kit. But at the same point, you can kind of see, let me swap the position here. You can kind of see where 19 years of Gunpla evolution have gotten us. And I think that's pretty rad. Also, of a side note, because eventually this guy's going to get reviewed, here's the Green Haro. I have not painted Green Haro either, and Green Haro doesn't come in these stickers, but look how fantastic he is. And this is a 560 yen kit, same as the Turn X. So really, I think that my general point is that you always get into trouble when you have older kits. There's always going to be not as good as modern kits, but let's always appreciate what we have compared to what we were getting. That's what the general idea here. But I think this is like the perfect demonstration of where we come in the last 20 years of Gunpla, and heck, even from this guy. And this is technically 1 to 144 scale, but I think these no grades from G are a little short, honestly. I mean, they're shorter than the Shining Gundam high grade. So overall, the last thing I want to do with the Turn X is not leave this guy so blank, so prototypey. I'm gonna just, you know, let's pull the double diver out of here. I'm just gonna take the Turn X and I'm gonna go spruce him up, and we'll be back in a few hours. And we'll see the Turn X, if paint will really help this kit. I'm gonna go paint him up, and we'll be back. So paint really did help this kit. This is the Turn X in my fully painted version. This looks good. Now, yes, he's still got these same exact problems that the kit normally has without paint, which is, you know, only the two guns, no weapon splitting feature, no Shining Finger Hand. But articulation's not horrible, and I think the biggest detractor from it is the fact that it has no detail whatsoever when you build the kit straight out of the box. But now that I have it here, it's looking pretty swanky. Now, if you're curious what I used this. Just a single Gundam marker GM01 200 black panel lining pin. Super fine points, able to get in all those grooves. I used this, and I used a pencil eraser pen to clean up the edges, and that's all I did. But the overall end result here is something that looks really, really good. And this is one of those cases where I feel like this is a kit that I say, if you're not going to paint it, don't bother getting it, because really, without any of these details, it just looks completely wrong. So, I just gotta say that my opinion on this kit has turned around a bit. I still think that it's still not the best kit ever, and I think the Turn X does deserve better as a high grade. But if we don't get anything else, which is an entirely likely possibility knowing Bandai, now that I've got this guy painted, I feel satisfied. I do feel satisfied with the Turn X here. So, like, really at the end of the day, I think that's kind of like the goal, is to be satisfied with your Gunpla. And I feel really proud of, like, all the work I did on this kit. I also even did, you know, the back of this foot. I didn't actually paint the inside of this. I will go do that after the video's done. I didn't realize I did it on one side, but not the other. Huh. Anyways, I missed a detail, but overall, I think that, you know, you add some paint to this guy, he's good to go. But that's kind of why it's hard to review him, because it really is something that needs work. Something that doesn't need work as much is the Silver Sumo, which I also built in the meantime. And the Silver Sumo here, I did paint as I went, because I found that was much easier than painting it after the fact. I will say that I do appreciate the fact that this and the Gold Sumo, this is actually four different stickers here. This one covers here, and then there's one that covers this little space, and there's one that covers here, one that covers there. Much better than just one long sticker. And I also do like how they did remold the eyepiece between the silver and the gold, which I'll have here. So you can see that they actually do have different eyes, which is pretty nice. I don't have a panel laying pin dark enough to make any difference on these darker pieces like I did here with the Gold Sumo. But yeah, I think that's kind of my whole point here with the no-grade Turn A kits, is that they're going to need some paint, but luckily because of Turn A designs, they only need black. And it's a lot of just fill in the detail it's missing, which is pretty nice. Now, I don't have a no-grade Kapul, but I have a Robot Damashi Kapul, because it was a little bit easier to get, and I just really liked the fact that his arms could do this, which is really fun Kapul action. I think scaling-wise is okay. I don't think it's like too small or anything, but I do like that. And of course we have the high-grade Turn A, which is still the only high-grade Turn A kit we have, which I think is a shame. So in conclusion, Gunpla has come a long way from a basic kit standpoint. It's also just sometimes with a Gunpla you can have something that looks absolutely terrible, and you go ahead and take a single panel laying pin and suddenly it's 100% better. It really was a complete turnaround for the Turn X. I think the Silver and Gold Sumos, you're probably fine just never painting them, but now that I have painted them, I kind of want to add more detail to the gold one. I added some stuff on the silver that I didn't add on the gold. I kind of feel like I want to do that. And I think that's like, you know, when you get a high grade like this, yeah, panel line them too, but a lot of times you get a high grade and you're like, oh, it looks good, and you're done. When you have a no grade where it doesn't look good, it kind of strives you to try to fix it yourself, which I think is kind of the whole point of Gunpla, is being able to make something better with your own skill, or maybe not even better, but just make it look good, whatever you want it to be. If you want it to be show accurate, you can be show accurate. If you want the Kamiki Burning Gundam to have a gunmetal sword instead of a like silver one, then just get a gunmetal marker. You have the options, and I think that is what is the most fun thing about Gunpla, is that you have options. You're never stuck with what they just give you. So anyways, that does it for this week on Model Kit Monday. Kind of a different style and formatting, more of a discussion talking point. Let me know what you think in the comments of this style. I might do more of these instead of just doing straight reviews all the time. And yeah, stay tuned for more. I'll probably have more 00 or more Gundam Build Divers kits. I already did the 00 Diver, but you know, I got other stuff. So anyways, stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for other videos. Till next time, this is Santa saying goodbye.